Festool. What I want to talk about this Festool sander with the vac. I bought them back in 2013. So it's been about 7 years. Out of those 7 years, I used it probably for 6 years. I also had other sander too, the cheap one. It's called Bayer drywall sander. Just comparing this setup to other one, I used the Bayer sander with this vac. So I just use this hose, plug in to the other sander, and I also bought the dust separator, all Nader brand, made in USA. The purpose of which was to collect all the dust inside the container instead of going here. I thought maybe I'll protect my vac more, and it did work fine with other sander. With this one, if you use this long reach Festool sander, it is not going to work, and the reason to that is that if you use a separator, even Festool separator or any other brand separators, you'll lose suction because the suction goes through the separator. Someone mentioned on YouTube that you will lose at least 18%, which is, I think, a lot. So I decided just to put it aside for now while I'm using this sander. You can see the top part is already broken. As I said, I bought this one 7 years ago. It's out of warranty. The warranty lasts for 5 years. It's important to get, when you buy Festool vacs, it's always important to get as much as warranty as possible, because like I'm doing sanding full time every day, and basically after 2 years, this Festool motor will break every year. The cost to replace the motor is $500. So this vac costing roughly $1,500–$1,600. The new one. So over the years, in this vac, basically, I had to replace the motor, and once I replaced the cable. Apart from that, nothing was, and also the filter, of course. Every year I was replacing a filter, so I was using the filter for 1 year, which is probably maybe not such a great idea. It's probably best if you use at least 2 times a year. The cost of a filter is $150, I think, at the moment. Haven't replaced a hose, so it's a pretty durable hose. In terms of the sander itself, I've replaced several times the power cable. Had to replace, probably, I don't know, at least 3 times, maybe 4 times. Also the brushes, it's use brushes. The brushes, this sometimes, because this is made of material, the top part, and had to replace this one. maybe at least 2 times. What else? And just recently, what they call the arm. So it's this part. So as I understand, inside there, this is the most expensive part, which cost $350. They just replaced it, and once there was a switch, didn't work, and that's it. Basically, this is what I've been fixing during these 7 years. The way this sander works, particular, it sucks to the wall. Basically, you have to just glide it. Also, if you use quite often, and your bag becomes more older, you lose some of the suction, so I have to probably give it for clean up, some tool shop or something, someone to clean all the inside parts. At the moment it works fine for me. There's a new sander coming out next year. So we'll see which one is better, but this sander I bought for $25.50, so $2,550 with a back. It was a deal. The next sander will cost $2,200 on its own. Plus, you won't have extra part. Like at the moment, there's 3 parts. This one, and this one. Plus, they give you extra another one you can connect, so you can reach up to 3.6. With the other sander, you won't have that extra part here, so I have to buy, and this extra part will cost you another probably $350 to $400, which make it about $2,500 just for the sander without the back. So expensive. Yeah, I recommend this one, as long as you get as much as warranty as possible. For instance, this one, tool house, they give you, instead of 3 years, they give you 5 years. So 3 years from the Festool and 2 years from that shop. So most of the shops won't give you 3 years, which is just the Festool warranty. So it's better they have a better warranty deal there. So if you are looking something like this, I recommend the sander. The only thing is, strangely, that the dust, this machine makes more dust, not a lot, but still more than the other cheaper machine. The one I talk about with bio one, if you connect to your dust extractor, virtually there is no dust at all compared to this one. The dust coming out when you sand from these holes, and we use these sanding discs. It's a used one. It lasts about, I reckon, maybe 400 meters, 400 square meters, roughly it can send one disc. So you need probably like for one house I used about 2 discs for 850 meters. So that's how much it cost. They cost about $4 each, I think. So thank you.